Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
पिया दर नाही कह दर जाओ नानक एक कह अरदास जियो पिंड सब तेरी रास जेवा क्या गुण आप खान है तुम बड़ अगम बड़ पुरखा जन नानक हर कृपा तारी आखान डुबत हर राखा। संगत जी रल मिल के फतेह बुलाने जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Sangat ji, the katha we do every week is in English. The people that haven't come here before to the katha program, so we do 1 hour of katha every Sunday at Park Avenue Gurdwara from 6 to 7:15. So today they've asked us to come here because obviously the Nagar Kirtan is coming there. So there's loads of Sangat there. So we're here. Last week we did the katha of the 28th body of Sri Japji Sahib. So we've been going to Japji Sahib. So last week the katha was of the body when Guru Nanak Dev Ji is asked by the yogis, why don't you become a yogi like us? And Maharaj says, I'm already a yogi. And they say, what kind of yogi are you? Maharaj says, ki mundas dokh saram pat choli dhyan ki kare beput. I'm that kind of yogi that on the outside, I don't have the bana that you have. I don't have the earrings. I don't have this ashes of my body. But there is a kind of yogi that I am. The yogi is that I have contentment. I have santokh. I have decency. I have sharam. Also, I do hard work. I have respect. And that's through Naam. And not being ruined by the 5 evils. Our respect in this world can go. And Maharaj talks about dhyan, meditation. And that I remember death, khinta kal. And then I use my body fruitfully. My kaya, I use it fruitfully. And I also have faith, pratit, in my Guru. And in this way. And finally, Maharaj talks about the equality of all humans. That there is Ai, Panthi, Sagal Jamati. Everybody is equal. And also, ki man jeete, jag jeet. I've conquered my mind. That's the true yogi that Maharaj is saying he is. He's conquered his mind. And then we know that Maharaj says these for the next 4 podiyam, the last one and the next 3. Maharaj says, Ades, Tisse Ades. Who should I bow down to? Ades, Tisse. That one Vaheguru. Tisse Ades, Ad, Anil, Anad, Anahad. Jug Jug, Ek always. I bow down to that one, which is Ad, the one that started off. He's the first one. And then Anil, who has got no dirt, Niranjan, who is pure. And then Anahad, he cannot be destroyed. Ad, Anil, Anad. Anad means he has no beginning. Although he is the beginning of everything, he himself has no beginning, she has no beginning. And then finally, Anahad cannot be destroyed. Jug Jug, in every Jug, Ek always, only one form. Maharaj does not change, Vaheguru does not change. We change. We come as kids, we get older and older, then we die. So our ways keep changing, but their ways does not change. Jug Jug, Ek always. So, this is not just Guru Nanak Dev Ji that wrote Shabads, talking to other people about what they should be like and about the qualities of a Gursikh. Guru Arjan, we saw that Guru Amar Das Ji had written one as well. Almost the same kind of concepts. And then Guru Gobind Singh Ji in Shabad Hazare Pashahi Dasmi, they talk about the yogis who are Reman Eso Kar Sannyasa. This is the kind of sannyasi you should become, oh my mind. And these things come inside in Bani again and again. So the outside is not important. And we talked about this last week, that sometimes we focus too much on the outside. We tell people about Sikhi, it's all about the Bana. And we tell people about the outside looks, that we should have kesh and all these things. But those things are a manifestation of what's inside. So we have to be inside, become a Sikh first. And then these things will come outside automatically. Bani, Bana are the 2 wings that we fly with. But we have to start with his Bani. So we talked about that last week, that there is, if we use the cake analogy, if Sikhi was a cake, we have to look at the cake first and then the icing. Too much focus on the icing means that nobody buys the cake. That's what's happening nowadays. People don't understand what Sikhi is, so they don't want to follow it. And it's sold to them as an outside hard job. Like we talked about when I met a friend of my son's, and I said to him that he's a Radha Swami, and he said, I said, do you do any part as a Radha Swami? And he said, no, there's no such restriction. And I said, okay, that's fair enough, there's no restriction, but does your Guru have a prescription? Because the Maharaj is our doctor. And sometimes we don't have a prescription, that means we have no rehet, nothing to follow. With Sikhi there is a rehet. And it's not about the case. The first rehet is wake up early and do Japji Sahib part, Jap Sahib part, do your Vaheguru Simran. And this week, last week we saw loads of problems in our Panth. Even at the Tatha program, there was loads of arguments after, and even before that, there was about 1,000 people waiting in the Gurdwara. It's a bit unusual. And this week I was talking to somebody about it, and I remember that Guru Gobind Singh Ji has given his instructions to the Panth already. It's very clear, every single Kathawachik in the whole Panth accepts 3 sources as being supreme, 3 sources. The first one is Guru Granth Sahib Ji. No one argues against Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The second one is Bhai Gurdas Diyawara. No one argues about Bhai Gurdas Diyawara and their Kavits. And the third one is that nobody argues about Bhai Nandlal. Bhai Nandlal's Bani, what they've written, no one argues against it. Everybody accepts these 3 sources. So if we look at Bhai Nandlal, he was a contemporary of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And Bhai Nandlal, in their Rehetnama, this is a Rehetnama written by Bhai Nandlal, and in this Rehetnama, Bhai Nandlal is talking to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and they have a conversation. So in this Rehetnama, we see Guru, that at some points it says Sri Guru Vaj, Guru is speaking now. And sometimes it says Nandlal Vaj, Nandlal is speaking now. So it's a conversation. And the first thing is always by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Sri Guru Vaj. And it says, Guru Sikh Rehet Suno Mere Meet. Oh Guru Sikhs, listen to this Rehet. Nobody argues about this Satsang. All the answers are in this Rehetnama, just here. And it says, Ut Parbat Kare Hitachi. Wake up early in the morning and think about Vaheguru in your mind. And then it says something very clear, there should be no arguing about this in the whole Panth. It says, Vaheguru Pun Mantar Jap. Chant. Jap means chant. It doesn't mean ki bas think inside your mind. Jap means to bowl now. Because Jap Sahib, if you listen to Jap Sahib, it's a repetition. So repeat the name of Vaheguru. Vaheguru Pun, the beautiful mantra, Pun Mantar Jap. Kar Ishnan Pade Jap Jap. Do Ishnan and do Japji Sahib and Jap Sahib. It's very clear, nobody argues about this. But we're arguing about other things, but it's written clearly here. Mantra Japnaya. And in this body, we're going to go through this. But last time we talked about this, what's the medicine? We just talked about a little while ago. Ki sansar rogi, naam daru, mail lagi sach bina. If you were there last week, this is the katha we did, that the world is ill and it needs a doctor. The Guru has come as a doctor and his medicine is naam. Har har naam okhad mukh deve, kate kate jam ki phanda. So if Guru has come with his medicine of naam, then this shabad makes sense. The world is ill, sansar rogi, naam is the medicine, and without this such, mail lage such, now without this such, we are polluted. And Sasangaji, the next morning after the katha last week, in Amrit Vela, in the, when they have the Prakash of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the Hukumnama that came, the Hukumnama was this Hukumnama. Sansar Rogi, Naam Daru, Mail Lagi Sach Bina. And sometimes as a Katha Vachik or somebody who's going to do Katha, you learn one line. And it's okay, we learn that one Bhakti, one Tuk, and we memorize it, but we don't remember the whole Shabad. If you forget what was at the beginning, what was at the end. The funny thing is, Maharaj is amazing. We are imperfect, Maharaj is perfect. So Gur Pura, Pure Gur Ka Surupades. My Gurus give me the perfect advice. The Hukumnama starts off with these lines. I didn't know that's what the Hukumnama was. Later on the line that I was thinking about came up. Hukumnama started by this. Then Maharaj says, Tirth Naaman Jao, Tirth Naam hai. I go and wash in the Tirths, but the real Tirth is Naam. And then, see, so we have to say the Naam. Then Tirth Shabad Vichar, Antar Gyan hai. Now this body starts off, that we're going to do Katha today, starts off with Bhugat Gyan. And this Gyan, Guru is giving the hint ki Tirath Shabad Vichar. To do Vichar of Shabad right now, like we're doing now, this is some form of going to a Tirath of the Guru. We are going now to somewhere we can get washed off, and then Maharaj says ki Antar Gyan hai, Andar Gyan, Gur Gyan, Sacha Than. The Guru is the knowledge that he is a true place. Tirath Das Purab Sada Das Dasara. That this Tirath, this is the place to go and celebrate festivals. We're celebrating the festival today outside, but this is the real festival, Maharaj is saying. And then it says, Har Naam Harka Sada Jacho. I beg for the name of Waheguru always, and then Dehe Prabh Tarnitara. Oh Waheguru, give me this name. And then Sansar Rogi Naam Daru Mail Lage Sach Bina. So Naam and the Shabad together, they produce this Gyan, Antar Gyan. It's not book knowledge. It's not like I'm telling you this stuff and suddenly you become Gyani, so I become a Gyani. Maharaj is telling us, no, it's Antar Gyan. It's inside us. We have to go inside and get this real Gyan. So this week we'll look further at this idea of Gyan. Because in the context of this 29th body, Guru Sahib starts off with Bhugat Gyan. Now, just to give you the background of this body, what's happened is that the Siddh and the yogis in the previous body tried to convince Guru Nanak Dev Ji to become part of their yogi order. They said, join us. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, I'm already a yogi. Now they try to tempt him again. They say, Maharaj, they say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they know that they are Brahmgyani, that they want them to join them. They say to them, listen, look at our life. We sit together and we eat together. This is called their Bhugat. And Bhugat is food. And it's like churma, they have this special food they eat made out of a big bowl, moti rotiyan with makhan and kyo and sugar and dal. They have this, and when they eat together, they blow a large horn, a singhi or a drum, nagara, come together and eat. And there's somebody that hands out the food, who's called a pandaran, somebody who distributes the food. And also, they have a guru, Gorakhnath, who's their guru, he's their nath, the leader. And they achieve spiritual powers by following the discipline given by this. You know, miraculous powers to do Riddhi Siddhiyam. They say, look at what we can offer you. You can become part of our Panth. You can eat this food that we have together. And you're going to get this Riddhi Siddhiyam by following the Nath, Gorakhnath. So Guruji says, now responds to them. Maharaj says very clearly in their Bani, they say, Bhugat Gyan, Daya, Pandaran, Kat Kat, Vajah, Nath. आप नाथ नाथी सब जाकी रिद्ध सिद्ध अवरासार संजोग विजोग दोए कार चलावह लेखे आवे भाग आदेश तिसे आदेश आद अनीर अनाद अनाहत जुग जुग एको वेश भुगत ज्ञान दया भंडारण काट काट वाजह नाथ. So we said just a minute ago that Bhugat is food that the yogis would eat. And what I've realized this week is both the halls in the Gurdwara, we said there's Langar, there's Sangat and Pangat. Both those halls are giving us something to eat. You see? Downstairs we feed our body. But what do we really need? Maharaj says Bhugat Gyan. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying this is what I eat. The real thing that I eat, what I live off is Gyan. Brahmgyani ka bhojan. Gyan. The one who knows Waheguru lives off this Gyan. This truth, this knowledge is what gives us food. And Sant Maskeen Ji in their Katha of this body, they say something very interesting. They say that, you know, we have this idea that the mind is our enemy and the soul is something separate from the mind. And he says, listen, the mind is like a hurricane on top of the calm water. The hurricane is the mind. When you calm that hurricane down and it goes still, what you have is the stillness of the soul. So the mind is just a manifestation of our desires and all these things. So when we get rid of those desires and this big hurricane that's going on, then we will get back to the calm, relaxed soul. That's the atal, atha. That's what. So to get rid of those desires, we have a hunger. Our mind needs something. It needs something all the time. So if we give it the thing that fulfills those needs, then it will calm down. It's searching everywhere for something. The Maharaj is saying your body, if you haven't got food, your body will be stressed. It will cry and cry and cry. It needs that food. After 3 days of not eating, you won't be thinking about part. You won't be thinking about anything. You'll be thinking about food. Right? So Maharaj is telling you, over here, when we look at our mind, why does our mind rush everywhere? Why does all our thoughts go all over the place? Because they need something to eat as well. They need something to fix them to the ground and to fulfill their hunger. And we said, Devo naam santokhiya utre man ki bhukh. So Gyan and Naam are very similar in this idea, because Naam is the knowledge that comes. When we do Naam, we get inside knowledge. This is not just normal knowledge, it's spiritual knowledge. You call it Atma Gyan. So with this Gyan, the mind will get satisfied and it will calm down. So Guru Sahib says, look, there's many forms of Gyan. The first Gyan, when we come to Gurdwara, we need the Gyan ki what is life? Why are we even here? And every evening in Dehra Sahib we read out, Pai Parapat Manuk de Huriya, Gobind Milan ki eh teri bariya. You've achieved a body of a human being. This is your turn. Not your chance, it's your turn. It's your job. It's like you have no other job to do. It's your body to meet Waheguru. And then, nothing will be any use to you. Mil Saad Sangat Paj Keval Naam. Meet the Saad Sangat and sing the name. And then Maharaj says, Saran Jam Lag Paujal Taranke. Put all your strengths, all your uddam, anything you have, put it into swimming across the ocean. Do not drown, Maharaj is saying. Do not drown, don't take it easy, don't think life is a joke. Don't drown. Saran Jam Lag Paujal Taranke Janam Britha Jat Rang Maya. If you stay colored in Maya, if you stay colored in this illusion, your life will be wasted. Hire Jaisa Janam Hai. This life is like a beautiful diamond, and we throw it away. We swap it for pennies. So Maharaj is giving this idea of what is Gyan. First we need to understand what's the science of Sikhi. What is the science? What are we here to do? If we take mobile phone is here to connect to someone. How does it work? It has a battery, it has reception, it needs some kind of service provider. So we need to have our part, we need to do our Simran, we need to have some kind of rehat, and we need to call Waheguru. To do that Pun Mantra job, Waheguru Pun Mantra job, we have to call. This is the science of Sikhi. And in the Saad Sangat, we have all the reception we need. We haven't got reception sitting down the pub. It doesn't work. Everything else is going on. That's the Mayas is in charge there. We need to come to Gurdwara where Maya is not in charge, where Guru is in charge. So then Guru Sahib says, the first thing we do, we have this knowledge of book knowledge, you might call it, about Sikhi. How's the science work? The next thing, we need to put it into practice. Sunyam. Then Manyam. First when the money what happens? We have a spark in our spirit. People come up to me and other people who are into Sikhi now, and they say, how did you get into Sikhi? How did you go from doing drugs and everything else and now into Sikhi? So it's very simple. At one point, we said Waheguru somewhere, or listened to some Kirtan, and then something happened inside. We started crying, or started doing some simran. Some experience happened, and we realized what the world told us was true was not true. What the Guru told us was true was the truth. The Sach comes up, Sach becomes Paragat. So we feed our soul then. Once we have this spark, it's like a fire. We need to give it food. More stuff for it to burn. This fire cannot burn unless we feed it. So this is why the Gyan is the food for the soul. Once we started that little bit of spiritual growth, we need to keep making it bigger. Sustain and develop. Then sustain and then develop. So this is the food that we need. Even if you do weightlifting, the first thing it says, eat properly. You can't do weightlifting without eating properly, because what will happen? You go to the gym, you work out, you come home, you won't recover, next day you won't be able to do anything. But if you've been building up with eating the right protein, then you can lift weights. This science works in Sikhi. And if we go further, if we're preparing for a battle, like a weightlifter preparing for a battle, we have a battle we're preparing for. Man jeete, jag jeet. We have to beat the mind. So we need to give it some gyan, strengthen our soul, so it can fight against this hurricane that's taking place inside it, which is the mind. And even if you look at the ultimate aim, this word gyan, the perfect way to use this word is Brahmgyani. Brahmgyani has gyan to eat. Only you can become Brahmgyani if you have gyan. So this is the ultimate aim of gyan, is to become a Brahmgyani, because the Brahmgyani ka bhojan gyan. The Brahmgyani eats gyan. So, one funny thing that came to my mind when I was thinking about gyan is, look at the prasad. In the Gurdwara, they give us prasad. But the prasad is made from the food that they give, but also they put part into it. And it's sweet. So when we say Ik Onkar Satguru Prasad, this Ik Onkar is the truth, the Sat. This is the Gyan we want, and Guru gives us the Prasad. And the Prasad is sweet. So Ik Onkar is also sweet. So this path, when we walk it, it's not a hard path, it's a path of sweetness, because Gyan itself is Mitta. Now, we look at this idea of Gyan. There's a beautiful line from Asa Diwar. Maharaj says, Kumbhe batta jal rahe, jal bin kumbh na hui. Gyan ka batta man rahe, gur bin gyan na hui. Without the Guru, there is no Gyan. Just like a water sits inside a container. The container of water is good, but without the water, the container is nothing. Jal bin kumbh na hui. You can't have a pitcher of water without water. Maharaj says, just like that, Gyan ka batta man rahe. The mind is constrained by Gyan. When we have some kind of Gyan, then the Guru gives us some kind of rules for that Gyan. And then, Guru bin Gyana. So Guru is the source of that Gyan. Which is why at the beginning of Asa Diwar, we say these beautiful lines. We say, Je so chanda ugve, suraj chade hajar, ete chan hondeya, gur bin or antar. Even if there was 100 moons and there was 1,000 suns, imagine the brightness. 100 moons, 1,000 suns, without the Guru, utter darkness. This is not just knowledge from the book, this is Atma Gyan. Guru comes with the power of Guru Prasad. Guru has the power to give us insight, enlightenment. So this is the Gyan we're looking for. We're not looking for the book Gyan, we're looking for the ultimate Gyan, of Brahm Gyan. And in the same, in Asa Diwar, Maharaj also tells us about this Gyan. Maharaj says, Home buje ta dar suje, Gyan behuna kath luje. When we understand Home, then we understand Gyan, the door of enlightenment. Home buje ta dar suje. We know the door, when we say so dar. How do we understand that door when we understand Home? What is the ego that helps us to understand what is the door of enlightenment? So, book knowledge does help. Guru teaches who is the enemy. Enemy is Home. Home buje ta dar suje, Gyan behuna kath luje. Without this Gyan, you run around looking for something to do. You don't know what to do with yourself. And then in so many times, Maharaj also teaches us about Gyan, talking about Gyan because it's a very important topic. You know, these arguments that have been happening in the Panth over the last 20 years about so many little things like meat, tables and chairs. All these things, even there's a Shabad about Guruji explains what this is. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Maas kar murak chagade. We've heard that before. Fools argue about me. What's the next line? The next part of that line. We don't talk about that part because people don't want to talk about it. This is the Maharaj says, Maas kar murak chagade, Gyan Tyan nahi jane. They don't know Gyan and they don't know Tyan. Pichli wari we told Tyan ki kare vibhut. Make Tyan into your ashes. So concentration and meditation. This time is Gyan Tyan nahi puje, nahi jane. They don't know anything about Gyan or Tyan. The people on the internet who are the warriors arguing about me. That's what Maharaj is saying. They're not doing Gyan and they're not doing Tyan. They're not going inside, they're not meditating, they're not achieving any kind of enlightenment. But boy, are they ready to fight about me. Ready to argue about me any time of the day. You see this problem? The real essence Maharaj teaches is Gyan karo, Tyan karo. Instead, people are focusing on the wrong things. Now, even Maharaj says talking doesn't get Gyan. Like we're talking now, this is vichar. But the next step is to put it into practice. Maharaj says Gyan na galli tundiye, katna karda saab. See, us talking about Gyan is like describing iron, chewing iron. Katna karda saab. It's impossible to chew iron. Gyan na galli tundiye. You can't get Gyan by talking. Galiyanan. Then Maharaj says karam mele ta paiye. Or hikmat hukum khwal. If we have karam here is not karam of our actions. Karam is kirpa. Another. And then if we have kirpa from Vaheguru, then we get Gyan. Everything else we can't do. There's no tricks we can do. There's no orders upon Vaheguru. We have to follow the orders of what Maharaj is giving us. We can't do order upon Vaheguru. So, last time we talked about this thing, we looked at Sukhmani Sahib, and I was looking at Sukhmani Sahib to see what does Guruji teach about Sukhmani Sahib. Actually has so much gyan about Japji Sahib. It's amazing. The more you read it, the more you read Japji Sahib, so much similarities. Guru Arjan Pasha is giving us, and this used to be a nitnem. In the old days, Sukhmani Sahib used to be part of the nitnem. And later on, Job Sahib and other things came, and Sukhmani Sahib was taken out daily nitnem. But many people do it every day. Many people do half in the morning, half in the evening. We should try and read Sukhmani Sahib. In Sukhmani Sahib, the last Ashtapadi, it starts with this beautiful line. Pure Gur ka sun upadesh, par brahm nikat kar pek. You know, see Waheguru as close to you. This is the advice of Guruji. Listen to the advice of the perfect Guru. See God is close to you. The Maharaj says ki, Sa sa simro gobind, man antar ki utre chin. With every breath, say Waheguru's name, and your worries will depart. You won't be scared. As anit tyago taram. Sa jana ki tur man man. All these asa is desires. These are waves in the mind. See, we talk about the mind as like a shant thing. But I think let go of these waves of the mind and then relax. Come to Sadh Sangat and become Nimana, become low. Now, in Punjabi, to make it simple for people, there's a beautiful quote as well. Somebody said ki, "Oi Rabb tere to vakhni, teri dekhne wali akhni." God is not far from you, but you haven't got the eye to see it. Teri dekhne wali akhni. So Maharaj is telling us, "Par brahm nikat kar pek." See, God is close to you. And how do we get that? If we go backwards on Sukhmani Sahib now, Maharaj says later on, this line, this truth, it comes from Gyan Anjan Gurdiya, a Gyan Andher Vinas. Guru gave me the eyes to see the truth. Gyan Anjan Gurdiya, a Gyan Andher Vinas. And then Har Kirpa De Sant Pediya, Nanak Man Pargas. The man becomes enlightened. Pargas means enlightened. So by the Guru's grace, this happens. And the next bit, Maharaj says in this one, in Sukhmani Sahib, Sant sang antar prabh deetha, naam prabhu ka laga meetha. This is the stage of Gyan. The next stage is, we start to say Waheguru, becomes beautiful to us. We love saying Waheguru. Naam prabhu ka laga meetha. So we're going to do now is do a little bit of Simran. To go into this idea of why Maharaj is telling us, why should we do this? And then this exact thing, which naam should we jump? We're going to do this Guru Mantra now, Waheguru Mantra. It comes in Sukhmani Sahib as well. Maharaj says, Pura Gur. Aakho jaga mantar. He's my perfect Guru. Say his mantar. Amrit dist pekhe hue sant. When Guruji looks upon us with that Amrit eyes, we will become sants. We will become enlightened. And then bar Prabh japiye. Pi Amrit eh mantran trapiye. Bar. Is there any doubt? We have to say again and again. Bar Prabh japiye. Say the name of Waheguru. Pi Amrit. Drink this Amrit of Naam, of singing Waheguru, your mind will calm down, will become relaxed. And then, this is the shabad we're going to sing now is, Eho har ras paave jan koi, Amrit pive amrit so koi. This ras of Naam, very few people get it. The people that sing in Sarah Sangat like we're sitting now, the ones that sing and give themselves to this Naam, they're the ones that get this ras.
Eho har ras paave jan Waheguru
there's actually a shabad when Guruji says, he asks the question. When he says, what type of person is a Gyani? Gyani kaisa hoye? What are the qualities of somebody who has got Gyan? And Maharaj says, Aap pachane buje soye. He recognizes himself. He or she recognizes who they are. What is that recognition? Is it your name? Is it who we are? We know who we are. But who are we really? And Maharaj says, Man tu jyot sarup hai, apna mool pachan. Oh my mind, you are the light of God. Recognize where you came from. Do we tell our kids, you've come from God? Do we tell them we made you? Do we tell ourselves, you've come from God? You are one with God. We don't. We tell ourselves all the things that we think, I am my job, I am my career, I am my parent's son, I'm a dad, I have all these things. But recognize where we come from. All this will go away. What's the thing that will remain? Our mind and its connection to Vaheguru. And the Gyani, the Brahm Gyani Ashpati in Sukhmani Sahib explains more. What kind of person, when they get this Gyan, what kind of person happens? What do they become? Guru says that the Brahm Gyani, he looks upon everybody as the same. Brahm Gyani ke drishti saman, jaise raj rang ko lage tul pavan. The Brahm Gyani sees everybody as the same, just like the king and the beggar get aid. Wind hits them the same. If you're rich or poor, the wind comes to you the same. The rain falls upon you the same. The same with the Brahm Gyani sees everybody is the same. Then also Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji talks about this thing. Maharaj says, ki pair ka hu det nahi, nahi pair manat an. Doesn't get scared, doesn't scare anybody else. You've heard this quote, the person who doesn't fear and doesn't give anybody else fear. So Maharaj says, ki pair ka hu det nahi, nahi pair manat an, kaho nanak sunre mana gyani tahi bakhan. Call that person a Gyani, who's not scared but doesn't scare anybody else. This is the way that we are expected to walk, not go around shouting and scaring people, yeah, and keep people locked inside Gurdwara. That's not the way of what we should be acting. Gyani is supposed to look upon everybody the same. And, you know, the next part, Maharaj explains a little bit more. Maharaj says, Pugat Gyan, in Japji Sahib, Pugat Gyan, Daya Pandaran. The Pandaran is a person that would give out the food. So if the food is given out by the person who is giving, the distributor, and now Guru is saying the food is Gyan, who distributes Gyan is Daya. From Daya, we get distribution of Gyan. That's an interesting topic. This is one of the main topics of today. Why is Daya? If you have Gyan, effectively Guru is saying, and you have Daya, you distribute it. You distribute the food of Gyan. So, like somebody who has food and sees hungry people, gives out food. The same way, somebody who has Gyan and has Daya gives out that Gyan. So Gyan is Daya is the main focus, is to give out Gyan. It's not to keep it to ourselves. Just like when we see somebody, we're walking around and we've got to see somebody hungry, the Gursikh says that the Guru's mouth, the Guru's golak is a poor person's mouth. So they give food to that poor person. When we see somebody who hasn't got Gyan, who doesn't have this knowledge of Sikhi, then Maharaj is saying, have Daya on that person and give out this Gyan. Give out this food of Gyan, spiritual knowledge. Help people to attain spiritual knowledge. Aap jape, avra naam japave. Do it yourself and encourage others people to have this same Gyan. So with Daya, we have compassion for people, we can love. No one can love unless they have compassion, they have an open heart. No one can do seva unless they have Daya first. True compassion means that we can do seva of people. We're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for that person, to help that person. And then also, over here, is we also understand that with Daya, we get Taram. Taul Taram, Daya Kapu. So if our aim in the world is to establish righteousness, we have to start with Daya. And righteousness is not going to come by just feeding people. It's also going to come by enlightening people. To bring such content, it has to be the age of enlightenment. So we have to give out this Gyan. So actually, if we look at Maharaj telling us that in this world we have to do seva. Maharaj says, "Vich dunya sev kamaiye, ta darge baise na paiye." What is the seva and what is the langar that we have to do? Because sometimes we can say, okay, langar is all about food. But actually, yes, langar is about food, but there's food for the soul as well. You see, Maharaj is telling us, feed people gyan. And just to understand like how important gyan, daya and dharma, the first pyara, Panch Pyare, the first pyara was by Daya Singh. Then it became by Dharam Singh. Daya Dharam, they very closely connected, Daya and Dharam. And then here, we see that in the conversation that Guru Nanak Dev Ji had with the Siddh, there's a conversation in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, where Guruji talks to the Siddh, by Gurdas Siwaram, that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is talking to the Siddh, and they say to him, Phir puchan Siddh Nanaka, Mat Lok Vij Kya Vartara. The Siddhs ask him, Nanaka, what's happening in the world? You tell me what's happening in the world. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, and then by Gurdas he says, Ki Sab Siddh eh bujya kal taran Guru Nanak avtara. The Siddhs now understood by this time that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has come to save the world. Kal taran Guru Nanak avtara. The avatar of Vaheguru has come to save the world. They say, what's going on in the world? This is what Guru Nanak Dev Ji says. Bape akhya Nath Ji. Bape said, listen, O Naths, Sach Chandrama Kud Adhara. Truth is like the moon. It's not shining, it's dim. Moon only shines, reflects when it's not very bright. And Kud, falsehood reigns supreme. Maharaj is saying, the world is not good. Yeah? Truth is hidden and Kud, falsehood is reigning supreme. What happens then? Maharaj says, Kud Amavas Vartya Hon Palan Charya Sansara. See, because there's a dark night, dark night that has no moon. In Punjabi, that's called Amavas. And Amavas means there's no moon, so therefore there's no truth. Kud Amavas Vartya. That's what's happening. Hon Palan Charya Sansara. I've come to save the world. Look at this, what is he saying? I've come to save the world. And then, Paap Bargasi Birt me, Taur Tada, Tar Het Pukara. The earth is engrossed in sin. And Dharam was supposed to be giving support to the earth, is crying out. Pukar Daya. Pukar means like a baby cries. The earth is crying. Suni Pukar, Datar Prabh, Guru Nanak Jagmai Bithaya. Guru is saying the earth is crying out for something, for Dharam. And then Maharaj says to the Siddh, you Siddh, Sab Chap Baithe Parvati, Kon Jagatra Ko Tar Tara. Siddh Chap Baithe Parvati. You Siddh, you're hiding away in the mountains. You're hiding away in the mountains. You're not giving nobody no gyan. You've got gyan. You're not giving it to anybody. You've got no daya. You don't care about the world. You've got gyan, but you think, forget it, man. This world is cool. I'm going to hide out in the mountains, hang out with my buddies, and do my Naam Simran. I'm not going to help the rest of the world. Maharaj says, nahin. If you had daya, which means dharam, you would share this gyan. And then, Jogi gyan vibhuniya Nis din ang lagayan chara. The yogis, you have no real gyan because you have no real daya. You haven't got the qualities of God. God is dayal. You are not dayal. So you are sitting up here in the mountains with ashes on your bodies, and Maharaj says, Baj Guru Dupa Jag Sara. Without the Guru, everybody is drowning. The whole world is drowning. Now listen, this body we're talking about now, there's a famous Var, Ramkali ki Var. People don't know what was inside it sometimes. But Ramkali Var is written by Satya and Balwant. They are two poets in the court of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Now Satya and Balwant, we've heard their lines in Gurudwara all the time. I'll read one out to you. Tan Tan Ram Das Gur Jin Sirya Tene Savarya. We've heard that, haven't we? We also heard the famous lines Ki Hove Sifat Ka Samdi Nur Arso Kurso Chatiye Tudithe Sache Padshah Man Janam Janandi Katiye. We've heard that. But in that Var, they say something very interesting. They say Langar Chale. Langar is going. What Langar? Langar Chale Guru Shabad. Langar Chale Guru Shabad. The Shabad Langar is going on. People are coming to eat the Guru Shabad. And then Har Totna Avi Khatiye. And that langar is never running out. Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you can read and read and read for 2 days solid, and still you go back to read from the beginning. Yeah? It's amazing how much depth is inside there. Maharaj says it doesn't run out, this langar. And then Kharche Dit Kasamdi, Aap Kehdi Khair Darbatti hai. He's talking about Guru Angad Dev Ji here, they say. that Guru Arjan Dev Ji set up the langar of Guru Shabad, and then he spent it. Whatever his master gave, whatever Waheguru gave Guru Angad Dev Ji, they spent this langar. And then he kept it for himself. Aap kharche, aap keh di. He ate it himself and he gave it out to other people. And then Maharaj says, Hove Sivat Kasamadi Nur Arso Kurso Chatiye. People used to sing the Kirtan of Waheguru. Hove Sivat Kasamadi. And the light came down from the heaven to the earth. Where did it sit? Where that light sit? Inside Guru Angad Dev Ji. And then to Dithe Sache Padshah, O true king. See, this is the line. O true king, when I look at you now, the light of Waheguru has come and sat upon you, O my true king. To Dithe Sache Padshah, Man Janam Dharmdi Katiye. The mal, the dirt of thousands of lives is washed away. And this is the next line. Beautiful line. Maharaj says, Sach je gur purmaya, kyon edu bolo hatiye. If the Guru has given this truth, Sach je gur purmaya, if the Guru has spoken this truth, why are we scared to say it? Why should I stop from saying this truth? If my Guru has come with this truth, that he is the light upon God. If my Guru has come with this truth, that he has the Shabad, which is the langar that we should be feeding people, why do we stop feeding people this langar? We don't do a good enough job of giving the langar of good Shabad. That's what the point of the Shabad is. What we have to learn is, we have to feed people good Shabad. Now the Darbar in Park Avenue is packed. We're not there. Yeah? We're not there because this truth in English is not being supplied to people. And the youth of this country, they need this food. This is the gyan that they need. We need this gyan. And we're not being fed it. So, are we compassionate as a Panth? Do we look at people who don't have gyan and we think, forget it, doesn't matter to me. I've got the gyan, I don't need it. I know my Japji Sahib, I know my Asa Diwar. I get up in the morning, I read it. I don't care about the people that don't have it. This is what's happening in our Panth, isn't it? We look at somebody who hasn't got gyan and we think, le, daadi karti hui hai, munna haiga ki fayda. We're keeping it to ourselves, we're not sharing it. This langar is so important to us. So, this week, we did a hukamnama ki Maharaj koi dasso dusi. Because at the moment, everybody in our Panth is involved in building funds. Building funds, building funds, building funds. Who is building the fundamentals? The fundamentals are truth. We know we're going to have a camp in December in the Gurdwara. In 29 December, we're going to do Saturday a camp. Keep reassessing the fundamentals. Have we got these three concepts right? What is Waheguru? What is Guru? What is the Sikh? These fundamentals are so important. And then what is the breadth of Sikhi, the depth of Sikhi? We're going to do that. But I went to a couple of camps, a couple of universities this week. I went to Birmingham, then I went to Kent last time, and then other places, and Brunel. And what I realized is, even with all the internet, and all the things that we look for, it's still not happening. We're not doing prachar of this gyan. And if the next time Maharaj says, in every heart, in every heart, this sound, this naad is coming. This naad is that food is ready. Come and eat. Every heart is asking for this gyan. So the Dayalu person who has a little bit of gyan of Guru shares it. And you know, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, in the same Hukamnama to Bhai Nandlal, we talked about the Hukamnama. In there, Guru Gobind Singh says very clearly to the Sikhs what we should do. And because Guru Gobind Singh Ji says to Bhai Nandlal that, come and do my darshan. And Bhai Nandlal says, Guruji, if somebody's sitting in Kabul or somewhere like that, how can they do your darshan? We think, how can we do our Guru darshan? Guru Gobind Singh Ji in this Hukamnama to Bhai Nandlal says there's three forms of mind. One is the Gur Shabad, one is the Sargun part, which is the Gur Sikh, and the third part is the Nirankar Roop, the Nirgun Roop, which is everywhere, the magical part. You can talk about it that way, yeah? These three things that make up Guru. Later on Maharaj says that, what does a Gur Sikh have to do? And it becomes very clear that the Gur Sikh, who is a form of Guru, does this. He goes to the Guru, Gyan Shabad Gur Sune Sunai. First he says, Shabad Sune Gur Hit Chitlai. He listens to the Shabad with concentration. Doesn't just wander off. And then, Gyan Shabad Gur Sune Sunai. Listens to the Shabad of Gyan of Guru and then listens to it and then makes other people listen to it. This is our hukum from Guru Gobind Singh Ji in 1695. We must learn this gyan and we must teach other people this gyan. This is not a debatable thing. Guru said it, but I'm not going to do it. We have to do this. We have to feed people this gyan. So what we've done now is, luckily my wife is sitting here, I'm going to quit my job and do this now. Yeah, full-time prachar. What we're asking people to do is to contribute towards this. I'm going to take a massive pay cut, right, and do prachar full-time. And I'm going to ask people to join me on this prachar if I'm going to hire more people. We have to pay our mortgages. Apart from that, it's alright, we'll just get on with it. So the plan is, and maybe there's some slides about this, the plan is 2013. Next year, we're going to make this a year of prachar. Because Tera is yours. And B, Tera. B means 20, Tera means 13. So B, yours. This next year, we're going to be yours. Every week, we have about 100 people come to these Katha sessions. So what we're saying now is, if we're going to power this month, every single person joins up to power this month together. We say we're going to do this and we're going to hire people to do prachar across the country. Now I want to give you the idea of 13 because we've got some sheets outside. We're going to ask people to donate on our online charity. If, Satsangaji, this is the amazing thing, if only 200, if we gave £13 a month, if every single person gave £13 a month, which is nothing really, only 166 people, we can hire one person full time. Can you imagine that? So beautiful. If everybody gave £13 a week, with 40 people here, we could hire one person. If people gave £1,300 a year, which is only about £100 a month, for a whole year, just 1 year, we could hire, with 20 people, we could hire one person. This is very achievable. This is not something unachievable. So I'm going to ask Benti to you though, because this is not my desire. I didn't start off thinking this is what I'll do. I asked hukum from Guruji. The hukum that came this week when I asked Maharaji, what should you do? Maharaj says, forget about Mera Tera. Walk on this path, give your mind, body and soul. We have to do this. So we're going to ask you now not to worry about where the money comes from. I'm going to do it. Satsangat here will help us as well. We're going to ask people to give just at least £13 a month, if not £13 a week. And we can get this going. Next year is going to be 2013 of Guru. Be part of this. Be Tera, be part of it. So, after this, Bhugat Gyan, Daya Pandaran, Kate, Vaje Naad. Maharaj says, every heart, this desire is there to eat this Gyan. Every heart. And we every night in Kirtan Swala, we read these lines, which is, Maharaj tells us, Kar kare ho pahucha, sadade nit pavan, sadanhara simri nanak se de avan. Maharaj says, every day, in every house, this sound comes. Kar kare ho pahucha, sadade nit pavan. That Vaheguru calls us every day, ki aja, come back to me. And then, what do we say? Sadanhara simri. Remember that one that made is calling you every day. This horn, this drum is beating in every heart. Come back home. Come back to this Vaheguru that made us. So Maharaj says, Bhugat Gyan Daya Pandaran Kat Vaje Naad, then Aap Nath Nathi Sab Jaki, Rid Siddh Abrasad. What that means is that Vaheguru, you are the leader. Aap Nath. Nath is the leader of that. They're saying, Guruji, you can become a follower of Gorakhnath. Maharaj says, I follow the Nath, the one Vaheguru who is everybody's Nath. And Nathi is the person that's controlled by the Nath. So the Nath controls all the Nathis, the people that they control. Maharaj says, listen, that Vaheguru, Aap Nath, Nathi Sab Jaki, he controls all of us. And then, Rid Siddh Avrasad. Riddhi and Siddhiyan, these powers, these energy powers that we can get, miraculous powers call them, occult powers, from doing this, Maharaj says they have a different taste. A different taste to what? A different taste, the Naam of that one. We want the Naam. Deho Naam Santokhya Utre Mar Ki Bhukh. These other things don't give us the taste of Vaheguru. So when we say in Gurbani, ki, Sukri Sahib again, Maharaj says ki, Jab lag jane mujhte kuch hoye, tab isko sukh nahi koi. When that person thinks ki main kis kita, I did something, then he has no peace. He has no peace because he's forgotten that Vaheguru is doing everything. Maharaj says again in the same Sukhmani Sahib, Maharaj says कि जब कहीं जाने मुझसे मैं कुछ करता तब ला गर्भ जोन में फिरता. When he thinks he's doing something, then he wanders around in the garb zone, in and out of life. Doesn't get free mukti. Mukti comes from saying Apanath. That Waheguru is the king, the Lord. Nathi sab jagi. Everybody's in the control of that Waheguru. And then Riddhi Siddh Avrasad. That these siddhiyaan, these occult powers, they don't have the taste that we look for. What do we want? Raj na chaun, Mukt na chaun, Manpreet Charan Kamlari. We don't want to rule. We don't want mukti, we just want to love your feet. Oh Waheguru, we want to love your feet. So in these siddhis, there are 18 siddhis they talk about. 8 big ones and 10 minor ones. And they have many different powers. Some people is to become very light, some is to become very heavy, some is to disappear, some is to travel at the speed of thought. And you know these things are available in Sikhi, not available, but they follow you. Maharaj tells us that Riddhi Siddhiyaan, they run after the person who is doing this Gyan. So this is a kind of like a test on the way. And there was a story, Baba Hanam, the famous story about him. He was sitting in Punjab, everybody knew he was in Punjab. But one of the sons of somebody who was very close to him came to the UK. When he was in the UK, he was falling in his Sikhi. He was going to go and do something bad and spoil his Sikhi. And he was in the park, and Baba Hanam came to him and talked to him. I said, I'm over here. I just started talking to him. He was so surprised with Baba, and he phoned home. He said, Baba Ji, tell me where Baba Ji is staying so I can see him again. They said, but he's here. He was in Punjab, but his body came here. Astral projection. He came here and say something. See, Baba Hanam is so attached to the Naam, but he had these spirits. He had these spiritual powers. And Saint Francis of Assisi, famous Christian saint, he was famous for being in 2 places at once as well. So it's not that we said that these things don't exist. These things exist. And even when we say Brahmgyani ka Bhojan Gyan, a famous story about Baba Hanam Singh is, he heard these stories about that Brahmgyani only eats Naam and only Gyan. And he said, I'll give you a test. They went into a pora for 40 days. Right? They didn't eat or drink anything. They said, if Guru said, ki Brahmgyani ka Bhojan Gyan, that's all I'm going to eat. They just unpart the whole time. They lived 40 days without food or water. Scientifically impossible. Yeah? But they didn't carry on doing it. They didn't think, I'm going to prove everything to the world and carry on doing it. They said, I've done it 40 days. It works. Maharaj was alive. Satya. And they just carried on eating normally. Yeah? Because these things exist. But it's good sometimes for the ghost to test it. Why not? If Maharaj is saying in this Hukumnama, Maharaj says, Dekho, if you do this, if you follow my red, wake up in the morning, do job, do Waheguru job, and then go listen to some Gurdwara, go to Gurdwara, do my darshan, then you in the evening do Rera Sahib and do Katha Kirtan, I will give you mukti. This is what Guru is saying. He's giving you mukti if we do these 5 things. So why are we scared of believing in it? We just want to follow this one, Sunya and then Manya. Test it, and then when it passes the test, follow it. Give yourself a deadline kind of thing. Maharaj, if I do A, B and C, and you do E, F, then I'm sold. Or no need to say anything, I'm sold after that. So, then Maharaj says, Ki Sanjog, Vijog, Duit Karth Lave, Lekhe Ave Pa. Sanjog and Vijog, these are the things that Maharaj took. There's 2 different meanings of this. The first one is Ki, your family. You know that we think that our family, the people that are connected to us. So the people that are joined to us and the people that are separated from us, Duet Karth Lave. That Waheguru makes these 2 things happen. Waheguru makes us connect to people and disconnect to people. So those people that come into our lives and those people that go away from our lives, they are all in the order of Hukum of Waheguru. So this is something that Maharaj says in Gurbani, Ki Maat Pita Banta Sut Bandab Isht Meet Arpai Purab Janam Ke Mile Sanjogi Ant Hai Kona Sahai. The translation is mother, father, your wife, your children, your relatives, your lovers, your friends, and your brothers. All these people you've got, you've met them because you connected them from previous lives. These people are connected to us from previous lives. Yeah? So we know each other. You've known people that you're connected, you've known each other from previous lives. There's some connection there. But the next line Maharaj says, okay, fair enough. But ante hai kona sahai. In the end, nobody is connected to you. You have to go alone. When you die, you go, dead body is lying there. They don't want it in the house anymore. No one wants a dead body in the house. You're alive, they want you in the house. The minute you're dead, they get rid of your body straight away. Yeah? If you set up once you're dead, they say ghost, ghost. Yeah? See, this is Maharaj is telling us, this is the way the world is. Yeah? So, this is one way. This thing is all it's all from Hukam, our people that we're connected to. But we should focus upon the one that will stay with us. Who will going to stay with us in the end? In the same Shabad Maharaj explains to us, ki har ke sant priya pritam prabh ke, taake har har gaiye. The saints, they love Waheguru. What do? They sing har har. They sing the name of Waheguru. Nanak iha sukh, aage mukh ujjal, sang santan ke pai. Nanak says, here you will have peace. In the next world, your face will glow. Mukh ujjal, and then santan ke pai, sang santan ke, here in the sad sangat, here we will find this. This is the naam we're going to take with us. But also, sanjog and vijog can mean that we're separated from God or we're connected to God. Ke nede ke doon. So this can also be sanjog vijog due karj lave, that Waheguru makes us come close to Him, Waheguru takes us away from Him. This whole thing is by Waheguru, lekhe ave paag. That this is to the lekha, our actions, we can say, determine what we get. The paag we want is in the Shabad we're going to sing in a minute, which is ki, vadde paag, pete gurdeva, kod parad bete har seva. If we do seva of Waheguru, all these diseases and all these wrong things will wash away from us. And sada paag hega, we do is see our Guru. We all want to see Guru Gobind Singh. Yeah? We love to see Guru Gobind. Close our eyes and let Guru Gobind Singh appears in front of us. Maharaj says, vadde paag. Blessed is that person who sees their Guru, Pete Gurudeva. And this sanjog, for us to meet Waheguru, says sanjog karo mere pyare. Maharaj says, oh, do that sanjog. Which one? Jit rasna har naam uchare. That I say your name. This connection is to the name as well. So sanjog, vijog, due kar jalave, lekhe ave paag. Through the lekha, what is that lekha? For us, in this life, let's write our life to Waheguru. As it says in Gurbani ki, bahut janam ke bichhde the maado, eh janam tumhare likhe. What should we do? Let's write this life to God. If we say, who do we belong to? Let's say we belong to Waheguru. That's how we say, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. See, it's there. We've put our life to Waheguru. We've given ourselves to Waheguru, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. I don't belong to anybody else, I belong to Waheguru. And what do we work for? Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We work for the Fateh of Waheguru, not for our own Fateh. We've taken ourselves out of the equation. We say we work for Waheguru and we belong to Waheguru. So this is what we want to become. And you know, in Mali it says, ki lik naam, salaha lik antana parava. Write the name. Say the praises of Waheguru and don't stop. Don't just stop. Just keep on going. Because what will happen? Baba, eho lekha likhiye. Write this lekha of Baba. What is a lekha? Jiha lekha mangiye, dithe hoye, sache nishan. If you write this lekha of Naam, if you write yourself to Waheguru, at the point when they ask for your lekha, you will go through. When Dharam Raj will ask for your lekha, he will not ask the lekha from the Guru Singh. Because the nishan is there, this person belongs to Guru Gobind Singh. Go straight through. This is what we're trying to get. So, if we're trying to do in this Shabad, next one is ki, Maharaj is telling us, what should I do? Is Kot Parad Mite Har Seva. If we do Seva of Waheguru, we'll wash away all of our avgun. So we're going to do the Shabad now. Maharaj says, Bandana Har Bandana. Oh Waheguru, let me become a slave of yours. Let me worship you. Bandana means to become a slave. Like if we have say to do slavery basically is to say Waheguru's name for us. Yeah. This is bandagi hai. Bandana har bandana gun gavo Gopal Rai. Let's sing the praises of that true King Waheguru.
Gopal Rai. वंदना वंदना हरे वंदना गुण गावो गोपाल राय गुण गावो गोपाल राय बड़े पाद पीठी बुरे देवा कोट परादे
Ades, Tise Ades. I bow down to who? Who do I am abundant to? To that one who is Ad, Anil, Anad, Anahat, Jug Jug, Ek always. Who is the primal one, who is pure, who has no beginning. No one made that one, and then finally, who cannot be destroyed. That's our one that we bow down to. Not this Gorakhnath. Not these people that you follow. I bow down to that one. And then, Jugu Jugu Ekobes. He's always been the same. You know, there's a beautiful line. We think God is old. Maharaj says, every day, that Waheguru is every day is new. He's not old, every day is new, because Waheguru never gets old, anything. Waheguru is always the same. We change. Waheguru does not change. So, when we're talking about this Shabad, when we talked about earlier on, he says in Jog, Karo Mere Pyare, this exact Shabad later on Maharaj explains what they're telling us. Maharaj says, Ki Jeevan Roop Simran Prabhu Tera. Oh Waheguru, your Simran is my life. And then, Jis Kirpa Kare Base Tis Nera. Who you bless, Waheguru, you are close to them. And then, Jan Ki Bhookh, the servant is hungry. Tera Naam Ahar. Your name is the food that I eat. And then Maharaj says, Ki Tu Data Prabhu Devanhar. You are the giver, Waheguru, you are the one who can give to me. Then Ram Ramat Santana Sukhmana. The sons, they take pleasure in saying Waheguru's name. Some people say, don't even say Waheguru. Don't repeat it. Maharaj is telling us, listen, the saints, they take pleasure in saying God's name. They do this Pun Mantra Jap, Waheguru Pun Mantra Jap. Karisnan Pade Jap Jap. They say they do those things and they love it. Why? Because Nanak Devanhar Sujana. Because that Waheguru who is the giver, he's all knowing, he's beautiful. So they worship that one. Now, Satsangati, as we finished off, got a few more minutes. I want to talk about this Plan B13 because 2013, the reason it's called Plan B is because of this. Everybody in our Panth has a Plan A. Plan A is Guru Gobind Singh Ji will come down and sort it out. Plan A is Sant Ji will come back and sort it all out. Plan A is that some great Mahapurukh was going to come up with loads of money and they'll sort it out. Satsang Ji, that would be great. All of those things would be great. While that's not happening, Plan B is, we'll just do it. Yeah? We're no Mahapurukhs, we're just normal people, but we can teach people Sikhi ourselves. It's very simple. When we've gone to places and done talks, we notice people just want the truth about Sikhi. They just want to know what their Guru said in a simple format. So I ask you all again, at your feet, we are your servants. All we want to do is do prachar of our Guru. So please join us. If you can give £13 a month or £30 a week, join us. This is possible. And if it works out, we've already got 3 people giving £1,300 a year. We've already had people sign up per day. We will do this. This next year we're going to have 5 people doing prachar. If we sustain it, next time we're going to have even more. And the Gurdwaras are going to change. We're going to see a culture change in the Gurdwara because they won't have to pay for prachariks. Prachariks turn up and say, I'm here to work. Give me the slot. See, you won't have to argue about it. People are going to be available. So this is our main thing. If we please join us. Maharaj Hukum Hega. That's how we started this. It's not from our own idea. Guru Sahib is on Hukum. He do this. So, as Satsang, you are the people that can bless us. You can join us on this path. Be part of our Uprala. And please forgive us the mistakes that we made this week. I'm sure we made loads in the Katha and also in the BNTs to you. And please give us your blessings that we can be successful in Suprala for our Guru. And they also going to see Sriya, Jogove, Sahib Sumel, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Vaheguru